Hi everyone, welcome to March 2020's Beauty Favorites video. Most of the time, this is a Beauty Favorites and Fails video, but fortunately, or unfortunately, however you want to look at it, I view it as being fortunate that I didn't have any fails this month because that means that I didn't waste my money on any crap in the last 4 weeks. So every product I'm going to talk about today is a winner in my mind. So I want to jump right in, but before I do, I feel like I really have to share this outfit that I have going on right now. This is my what I call dynasty top because it reminds me of Linda Evans, Crystal Carrington from the TV show in the 80s. But you guys have to see what I have going on below. So these are polka dot fleece pajama bottoms. I've been wearing them pretty much non-stop for the past 2 weeks. All right, now let's get back to what you really came here for, which is seeing and hearing about my favorites. Recently, I've been receiving a lot more comments from people complimenting my hair. It seems like a lot of you like my hair styled in these side parted beach waves. So I thought I would start with some hair products that I've been using and loving. Many of you know that I've been using and loving the Olaplex Step 4 and 5 shampoo and conditioner for a really long time. So that's what I use in the shower. And once a week, I've been using this Playa healing hair mask. Honestly, I hadn't really been using a mask for quite some time, but I was just online shopping at Sephora one day about 5-6 weeks ago, and I was looking at the top rated masks, and this one showed up, even though it only had 9 reviews. They were all glowing, but it happened to be out of stock. So I got on the little email wait list, and I think within a couple days it came back in stock, so I ordered it. It contains kaolin clay, which decongests and balances the scalp, and amla oil, which strengthens strands down to the root and helps to prevent premature pigment loss and graying. It's vegan, cruelty-free, and gluten-free, and comes in recyclable packaging. It just makes my hair feel super soft. Basically, what you want a mask to do. You want a mask to make your hair feel replenished, healthier, softer, less frizzy, more controllable. And yes, it smells like the beach. In Spanish, playa means beach, so that does make sense. I do have to tell you though that the nice fragrance doesn't linger in your hair, but it's pleasant to use when you're in the shower or while you have it sitting on your head. What I do is I apply it in the shower, comb it through, and then I wrap my hair up in one of those twisty turban towels and let it sit for 15-20 minutes, and then I rinse off in my sink. That's why I'm so lazy about doing hair masks, I think, is because I can't sit in my shower for 10 minutes while it works. I have to put it in and get out of the shower. But then I don't want to get back in the shower to rinse out the mask. So I do it in my sink, and it's just kind of a pain. So that's why I'm lazy about hair masks. But if you are looking for a good one, I would highly recommend this one. And then a couple weeks ago, I did a Target haul video, and I tested out this Kristen S Soft Shine Beach Wave Spray for the very first time. And I've been using it ever since. It's really, really good. Gives my hair such nice, beachy, piecey texture without the stickiness. And it smells pretty good too. I just lift and spray. The much more affordable version than the Orbe, and it's a lot less sticky. I actually think it's a superior product to the Orbe. All right, so those are some of my current favorites for hair, but now let's move into makeup. Everything I have on right now, eyes, cheeks, lips, bronzer, highlight, I'm going to show you everything right now. Beginning with the Ofra Samantha March collaboration. I actually did an entire try-on video last week, but I ended up pitching it. I ended up not ever putting up the video because the video just had a lot of problems, and I was also, like many of you, just struggling emotionally, mentally with everything that's going on, and my heart just really wasn't in the video, and I think you guys can tell that. When you're watching, you can tell if someone's heart is really in it or if they just put up a video to put up a video, and I never want to do that. So long story short, I never put up that video where I tried everything on, but I do have it all on right now, and that video was actually like a first impressions, and now I've had a chance to wear everything. And I 100% did not put this in my favorites because Samantha is a friend of mine. I put it in my favorites because I think they are awesome. This bronzer paired with this blush, topped with this highlighter, gives you the most glowing, beautiful, sort of sun-kissed, beachy, bronzy goddess vibe I've ever seen. I cannot stop wearing this combo. I start off by using the matte side of the bronzer to contour. I don't use a lot of the shimmer in this duo because I'm using a lot of shimmer in the blush and in the highlight. So I mostly stick with the matte side of this bronzer. And then I swirl my brush into both shades of the blush and pop that on my cheeks. And what I've been doing is I've been taking the brush and sort of going over my nose as well. I'm doing this W sort of shape with my blush to make it look really sun-kissed and bronzy. And then this highlighter is so gorgeous. One caveat though, if you do have large pores and textured skin, it does show a little bit of that texture, I can't lie. But if you really like a bold highlight, you don't care about emphasizing texture, because honestly, some people don't. This is a stunning, stunning highlight. It's a stunning collection. Oh, and I might as well tell you that it's also what I have on my lips. The liquid lipstick is called Story, and then the gloss is called Millie. When I first saw this lipstick, I honestly wasn't that into it. It's not my usual color, which is a nude or a pinky nude or a peachy nude. It definitely was deeper than what I normally wear, but I was actually really pleasantly surprised when I applied it. Not only did I actually like the color on me, but I really liked the formula. For a liquid lipstick, it is not super drying. In my opinion, there isn't a single liquid lipstick formula out there that isn't at least a little bit drying. Some liquid lipsticks have minimal dryness to them, and others make your lips feel parched, like they're going to crack. This one, not so, especially if you apply this really pretty gloss on top. It's got a white base with sort of blue, green, purple, pink micro glitters in it, but it's not gritty. Sometimes these types of glosses can feel gritty on the lips, but this one is not at all, and it pairs beautifully with the lipstick. And once again, it is what I have on my lips right now. And then for my eyes, I've used my other favorites of the month. Two of them are the new luxury palettes from Charlotte Tilbury. One is called Copper Charge. Oh, look, there's an eyelash stuck to the palette. And the other one is called Mesmerising Maroon. I do have a tutorial on my channel that I put up a couple weeks ago using the Copper Charge eyeshadow palette and eyeliner. But today I actually used a combination of the two. These palettes are supposed to be selected based on your eye color. Charlotte says that the Copper Charge will enhance blue eyes, whereas the Maroon will enhance green eyes. And then the blue one is for brown eyes, and then the green one I think is for hazel eyes. I could be wrong on that though. I decided to try the Maroon and the Copper, obviously, and I will say that I was hesitant about purchasing the Maroon because if you saw my video on the Pillow Talk palette, I had a reaction to the reddish purpley tones in that palette, and that's happened to me often with these types of shades. So I was really, really nervous about getting it, but I honestly didn't have a problem with it. Well, that's sort of a lie because I did have a problem with it the first time I used it. I felt like my eyes were having a reaction, that they were feeling heavy, that they were getting red, itchy, irritated. So what I've been doing to make this work is I have been sort of double layering my primer. So there's a good barrier between my skin and the actual eyeshadow. I've always worn an eyeshadow primer, but now what I'm doing when I want to use this palette is I'll lay down my eyeshadow primer, either the NARS or the Milani. I'll put that down first, and then I will put a MAC paint pot over that. I know some of you are thinking that's a lot of steps. That's probably looking sort of cakey, but I use thin layers and it's working. And another thing that's working is to just mix, not use this whole palette together, but mix it in with the Copper Charge. And for this look, I've used the matte shades from both of these palettes. And then on my lid, I used a combination of the Enhanced shade and the Prime shade from each of the palettes. I used the Enhanced shade from the Copper and the Prime shade from the Maroon. And what I do is I just layer them. I put on the Enhanced shade first and then the Prime on top of that. And then I used the eyeliner pencil in Copper Charge. I used the metallic side underneath my lash line. And then I used the matte side in my inner rims. I feel like Charlotte Tilbury has really improved the quality of her eye pencils. I used to not be a huge fan of her pencils because they were so smudgy and they didn't wear well on my oily hooded eyes. But this pencil, and then I've also recently tried the Pillow Talk pencil, and they are a much longer wearing formula than her others. I know the other pencils are kohl pencils, so they're supposed to be smudgy, but these are still smudgy. They just last a lot longer. They don't disappear. I actually, when I did that tutorial, I think I had the swatch on my hand and it took forever for me to wash it off. These really stay on well. Going back to that Target haul and try on video I did earlier in March, I tested out this e.l.f. camo sponge, and I said in the video that I really didn't like it at all, that it took away any coverage that the concealer I was using gave me. I just wasn't a fan. But that was my first impression. And I even said in the video that I was going to try it without wetting it first. Usually I will dampen this type of sponge. It's just been sort of ingrained in my brain to do that because I've been using a beauty blender for so long, and you use that damp, and then I've used the mini beauty blender for underneath my eyes, and I've always used that damp as well. This works amazing dry. When you use this dry, it blends out your concealer beautifully. And I like the size of this. I prefer it to the real mini beauty blenders. I used to like those because I could get really close into this corner of my eye, like where I have the most darkness, and just really get that nice concentration of product in that area. But this is even better. This one I can sort of smush down, and I don't know, I could just grab it better than that real tiny thing. And then I can also blend it down to this area here to brighten it up and blend it out. I just love this sponge, and I think it's like $6. All right, lastly, I've got some new lip product favorites for you. About 3 weeks ago, I was sent a really lovely PR package from City Beauty, and I was so grateful to get it. I was so grateful that they contacted me because I've heard so many other influencers talk about their love for City Lips, both their lip glosses and their liquid lipsticks, and they sent me such a nice assortment. Some products I haven't really gotten a chance to try yet, but naturally I gravitated towards trying the lip products first. And these are my favorites of everything they sent me. I am loving this liquid lipstick in the shade Blush Rose. And then these glosses. If you are a lip gloss lover like I am, you've got to check these out. These colors especially are so beautiful. One is Pink Nude and the other one is called Sun Beige. This Sun Beige, I actually debated on wearing this one today with this look or wearing the lipstick and gloss from the collection because I thought it went really well with this look. It sort of gives that sunset in Hawaii vibe where you've got the purples and the pinks and the peaches and the golds. Obviously, I ultimately decided to go with the Ofra combo, but trust me, you will be seeing this on me in future videos and in Instagram photos, and it really does give you a much juicier, plumper look to your lips. Now, from what I understand, this product will actually help to build up the fullness of your lips over time. I haven't personally used these long enough to say if that's true, but what I can tell you now is that I am really enjoying the feel of these lip glosses and liquid lipstick, the consistency of them, the wear time of them, the little tingle that it gives. And as I said earlier, these shades are just really beautiful, and I think they will look beautiful on a variety of skin tones. All right, that wraps up another monthly beauty favorites, this time for March 2020. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. If you're not already a member of the Risa Does Makeup family, I would love to have you. All you need to do is just hit that subscribe button, and you can also hit the notification bell, so hopefully you'll never miss an upload. You can also find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter under the same username. It's all Risa Does Makeup. Once more, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.